Hey guys, Riley here, and today we're going to go over how to update a Pro 700 display and everything else that goes with it. So first off, you're going to do brand selection. I already selected case. Then I clicked up here into detect vehicle, and now it'll either automatically detect your pin or you'll have to type it in manually right there. So we'll hit OK, and then it'll find us our vehicle. Alrighty, now see here, it designated us down based on our vehicle's pin, and we got one Tier 4A machine here, and that's exactly what we have. So we'll double click on that, and it'll pull up some vital information. Right, so now we have the choice between the primary and the secondary CAN bus. On this machine, in order to connect with the Pro 700 display, we're going to do secondary CAN bus. So we'll hit OK here, and then it'll make sure it's connected to the machine. We'll turn our key on, and now we'll start to see things come online. We're waiting for our Pro 700 to come online. Once that comes online, it'll show exactly what software version we're on for our 700 display. And from there, we can go to our software matrix and verify what software we need to install into our 700 display. So here, now we see that it came online, and we see that we have version 32. At this moment in time, on the 7th or the 31st of July here, so our newest version that we can put into this machine is version 41. What we'll do now is we're going to go into the programming menu. Looks like a little, I don't know, kind of looks like an apartment building with something jumping out of it. So we'll click on that, and then we're going to go into setup controllers for downloading. Once we click here, it kind of tells us what to do. We'll turn our key switch off, wait till everything goes off. We're going to wait for our Pro 700 screen to shut off and go dark for about 20 seconds. So we'll wait for that. So now our Pro 700 is all the way powered off. So we're going to turn our key switch back on. Now we should see BL002. That means that our Pro 700 is captured. So as soon as we see that, we go back to our computer. We hit our OK button. Now we're going to see this little double arrow icon right next to the Pro 700 display. So we'll select our Pro 700 display here. Then we'll hit Browse. And from here we can go to Software Set 41, because that's the newest one currently available for our software matrix. Now from here, we'll wait till it sees all of our files, our current applications. Once we see all those applications, we're going to delete all applications, and we're going to do what's called a clean install. With a clean install, what I like to do is I like to take a picture of all our applications so I know exactly what to put back in there. Then I'll hit delete all applications. I'll hit OK there. That basically was a check to make sure, hey, are you sure you want to delete all your applications? And we do, so we'll click that and we'll go from there. Usually another thing you want to do is you want to take a picture of your layouts, each run screen, so you know exactly what to put back into the display. Once you do that, it's very nice and easy to set up. So we'll wait for this to delete everything. Looks like it just got done deleting everything. And then we'll go into Download Wizard. And then here we can see Steiger and Large Frame Magnum, which is the tractor we're in. This is a Steiger. We'll hit Next. And then we'll select all the programs that are applied for a Steiger tractor here. So let's kind of go down the list, right? Everything that needs to be taken into account for these machines here. Virtual terminal, display setup wizard. And we'll go over it one more time. I like to put task controller on there too. And then I believe I saw 1200 series planner software on the old version. So once that's done, we'll hit next. And now we'll hit next again, because it'll default to the English language. Otherwise, if you have other guys that use other languages on their 700, that is where you would be able to select a different language. Alright, so now I inserted the USB that I want to put all my software on. I want to verify that it's empty and formatted. Usually you want to use an Envoy data USB, right? So now we have that USB, so we'll hit download via memory device transfer. Now from here, we're going to select our USB that's currently inserted into our computer. So it should give us a menu here. Now, this is a very important part. It wants us to disconnect our vehicle communication before programming. So that we'll disconnect whatever our DPA5 is connected to the computer. So we'll hit OK here, and now we'll hit next to transfer all the files to the selected device. We still have to select the device. And then this is just the error code you get from disconnecting the DPA5. So we'll hit OK there, do the drop down, and that's our USB that we plugged in, and then that's the USB we're going to use for programming the 700. So we'll hit next here. And now you can see on the side here, it's putting all these programs onto the USB. Once it's done here, and that's that nuisance message again telling us our DPA5, we're gonna turn off our display, turn off our key, use system tray to safely remove the USB drive. So go here, go to the little USB icon, eject the USB. Now it says safe to remove the USB, so we'll do that. And now that our Pro 700 is turned off, we'll plug this USB into the side of it that has all our program files. And then we'll turn our display back on. And now we'll have a screen that shows, do you want to program this display? And with 16 program files. So we'll hit OK. And now you'll see it kind of go across as it's programming. It'll be like a blue bar. There you can kind of see it. All right, so once all the files have been moved onto the Pro 700 safely, you'll get this message: the download was successful. Do you want to remove all installation files? You want to hit yes. And then this is the only time when your display is on when you will remove the USB while it's on, right? So we'll take out our USB, and then the display will restart itself. And everything has been wiped off this USB, so you can use it for your next install. And that's essentially it, but we will go through where to view that you've, in order to verify that you've updated the Pro 700 successfully. Another way to verify too, you see it says 2025 down here. That means you're on the newest software as well. Whereas before it said 2021, which meant that it was on older software. So we'll hit our back button, then we'll go to diagnostics. And now here we can see that version 41's on here. That's the exact version we put on. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Thanks. Bye now.